Excel is powerful, but sometimes it feels like a never ending job, right? What if I tell you that AI can be your smart assistant instead of your replacement? From writing formulas to cleaning data, AI is not here to take your job, but it is here to help you with it. Let me show you in this video how. Hello everyone, welcome to W's Cube Tech channel. My name is Ayushi Jain, and guys, in this video we'll be learning how we can utilize ChatGPT to improve our Excel skills. Guys, we all know Excel is one of the important tool when it comes to the role of data analyst or business analyst as well, or even if you are anyone who is trying to work with the messy data in Excel. Excel is powerful but can be confusing a lot many times. And that's where AI can come in. With the help of AI, you can learn and also implement those steps inside your Excel. Think of AI as a companion in your learning journey, not just someone who gives answers to your questions. And in that way, you will be learning even much more. Let's understand in this video how we can utilize it. Now, before we get started, if you are a data enthusiast looking for a place where you can get updates on everything related to data, whether it is cheat sheet, podcast, any new updates in the field of data, master classes, or so much more, then WS Cube Tech has recently launched your WhatsApp channel. If you want to be a part of it, the link to it is given in our description. Check it out now. So guys, here I have a data set which contains the order ID, the name of the customer, product, payment mode, original price, how much is the discount on the original price is there, and the order date has been given. Let's start with something basic. For example, in the customer name, I can see that here on the left hand side, some of the cells, the name is starting right from the left hand side, while some of the names are starting with the white spaces in the starting. As a data analyst, I know that there are white spaces in here, but how would you understand this? Let's understand that. You can notice that there is some inconsistency in the data. There are space in here. So how do I fix it? Let's go to ChatGPT for this. So here I'll go to ChatGPT and I'll say that in a data set in Excel, I have a range of rows where the name of the column is customer name. In this data, I see some names starting from very left from the cells, and some data is starting with a space. Can you suggest methods to fix it? If my data lies in, so where does our data lies in? Here we'll write our data lies in, it's in B column, so we can say it is in B2. The last one over here would be B21. So range of B to B21. Okay. If you want, you can just write the array as well or just write the column as well. And once I press enter, let's see what happens for us. So you can see it has mentioned that this issue you're facing is likely due to the leading spaces in some customer name, which can cause inconsistencies in sorting, filtering, or even lookup functions as well. Here are three methods to fix this issue in Excel. So first method that it has given is the trim function. Second method is the find and replace function, where you will find the spaces in your data and replace it with the blank. The third method would be using Power Query Editor if the data set is large. So here, let's talk about this method right here, where it has given us the first suggestion, where it is trim. Okay, so it has also given us that the trim function removes all this extra spaces, including leading and trailing spaces. So if you have any leading and trailing spaces in your data, you can utilize trim for this. You can copy the formula, come back in here, and you can paste it right here as well. So if I press enter, nothing would change for me. Let's double tap. And I can now see that the white spaces which were there in the starting are not there anymore. Okay, here if you also want to check that how do you compare that actually the white spaces are gone or not, you can also ask ChatGPT for this, that how do I compare the original column and the one which we just created using trim to make sure all the white spaces are gone. Okay, So that would be my question here. We are trying to also understand things. Don't just ask questions, try to understand things as well. In here, where it says that you can use exact match, which is equal to B2 is equal to C2. This will return true if the original and trimmed values are the same. It will return false if there are extra spaces in the original one. Okay. So here, if I write is equal to this H2, which is our cell, is equal to this cell. So it would say false. Okay. And if I mention this, it would give us false everywhere, that this cell is not equal to this cell. In here, that means the white spaces from here has been removed. Okay. Wherever it's true, that means there it did not contain white spaces in the first place. So you can see that the false output is indicating that they are not equal to each other. And now we have our values which have been trimmed. So this is how you can utilize it. Okay. Now I can mention this one as customer name. Okay. And if you want, you can just copy this data, right click in here and paste as values. At the same time, if you want, you can get rid of this column as well so that you won't get any reference error in here. Before moving forward, guys, if you are a data enthusiast planning to change your career or transition your careers toward data analytics, then WS CubeTech has recently launched their data analytics mentorship program, whose cohort is going to start soon. If you're someone who is not just looking for theoretical knowledge or practical knowledge, but also someone who is looking for industry exposure from someone who has worked as a data analyst in top companies, then this course is for you. The link to this course is given in our description. Check it out now. Moving forward, we can also see in the payment mode, we have inconsistencies in the casing. Where credit card, debit card is in smaller cases, and wherever it's cash and again credit card, there are upper cases, which is how do we fix it? Okay. So here would be the question that how do I convert a column's value in upper cases to maintain consistency? So for upper, it's using a upper method over here where the formula is nothing but the upper function. You can also utilize flash fill in here or again Power Query Editor to do this. Let's utilize this upper function. So if I write is equal to upper and give my text in here, close this, press enter. Here I'll be getting credit card. Okay. And let's double tap it till the bottom. So we will be getting credit card, debit card, UPI, cash. But this is not something that I wanted. Could there be a way where it is like net banking, where first letter of each word is capitalized? So let's also ask that, is there a way we can capitalize first letter of each of our word? Let's press enter to this. Yes, so there is a proper function which allows us to capitalize first letter of each of our word. Okay, another methods have also been mentioned over here. Let's try this one, that instead of using upper, I'll be using proper. And now we can see that here for the credit card or debit card, it's the first letter which has now been capitalized. So you can make this one as payment mode once again. Okay. If you want to remove or get rid of this column, you can get rid of this column too. Similarly, we can now see that the discount column, let's say if I want to calculate the total price that a person has paid, that would be original minus the discount that has been given over here, right? So how do we find the discount amount when the discount somewhere has been given in the format of percent off, while some of them are given in the format of rupees off? Okay, so how do I fix this? Now, let's come back to here and explain this situation to this. That in a column, explain the situation properly, that in a column, I have original price and in another, and I have discount. Let's just put discount. In discount, some of the values are in percentage while some are rupees off. So how do I standardize in order to retrieve total price a customer has paid? Okay, So try to explain your situation. Okay, and if I press enter in here, let's see the results of this one. So we can see that it has taken an example 10% and the fixed amount discounts. It has automatically taken the example in here. I want my example to be utilized, that this is not how our values are written. We can see it's 10% and rupees 50. No, our values are not written like this. Let's mention our values, that this is how my column values looks like. Okay, here for that we'll be extracting a couple of values and copy them and paste it in here. Okay, and now if I press enter, yeah, so it is now giving us a formula which would allow us to convert the values in here. Let's copy. We also have the formula for converting the final price as well. Okay, so let's first of all get this one, that if I write this in here, okay, and also we need to make sure that the cell references are given right. So our cell references is for the discount would be in our column E. So if you want, you can ask ChatGPT to do it for you, or I can just quickly do it manually in here. Okay, that we are talking about E2 in here and everywhere. We'll also ask it to explain it once we try and work on it, that if it is actually working for us or not. Let's press enter. This is giving us 6%. Here it is 1915. Okay, it's not standardizing it for us. It's just removing the rupees off from our data. So let's explain it once again, that here this is the result I am getting while I want to standardize it in one format. That means in rupees. Okay. Let's try and enter. So we need to explain our problem in a more of a better way. And let's wait. So here still we are not getting the correct result. Let's try to improve our prompt. That here, as we are able to understand, that it's saying that from the right side of your cell, if from the right side of your cell, if you find the percentage symbol on the first position, in that case multiply A2 with the length of our data, with the left of our data, where you just have to B2 comma length of B2 minus 1 divided by 100, so that you get you can convert the percentage value into rupees, else return B2. Okay, I'll try to explain this to you all. What it's trying to say is that if you go on the right of this, okay, you will find on one position percentage symbol, but percentage symbol is not there on the first position because it also contains of, which ChatGPT is unable to understand. So let's explain it, that here in the discount column, okay, so I've explained it that we do not have percentage symbol in the last. It also contains of written in the end of each of the row. And let's go back in here and give the sample once again. Okay, I'll be giving it till here. Now coming back to this and pressing enter once again. Let's see the result. Okay, so it's now better searching for it. Might have got confused because of this value that we might have mentioned over here. Okay, let's try this formula in here and let's give it our last try. That if we use this and paste this, wherever our B2 is, that would be converted to our E2, and the original price lies inside D2. And now here if I press enter, it is giving me the percentage of the original price, as we can see in here. And still some of the values are containing white spaces. Therefore, I think rupees off have been removed, but the white space has not been removed. If the number which is searching for percentage, then you need to do this. Else for false, we can also do one more thing, that we can trim the values for the left value. Okay, let's press enter and let's tap once again. So here, as we can see that we have received some of the values which are in the format of numbers, some of the values are also there, but because of the white spaces in the end, we can see that the values are not reflecting the way they should reflect. So I'll just copy this and right click and paste our data. Since you remember we talked about trimming white spaces in here, we can utilize the same in here. You can also see that it is giving us this error in here, warning in here, which is saying that number is being stored as a text. So let's get in here and utilize trim for this, fill this value, press enter, and we can double tap this as well. And now all of them will be in the numeric format in here. Okay, so all of them over here are now in the numeric format. And you can, if you want the same, you can just control shift down, copy this and paste the values, and you can get rid of this particular column. So here you'll be having all of your values, and you can convert this back to number. Okay, now here this would be our discount amount, or we can also write discount given, that this was the discount given and the final price would be the original minus the discount given. So we can directly write is equal to original minus the discount which has been given, and we can just again double tap in here in order to retrieve this data, that original minus discount is how much. Okay, moving forward, if you want to also convert it to any of the currencies, you can just go over here and convert it to any currency you want. For example, if this is in rupees, the final amount, then you can mention it in rupees as well. Okay. Lastly, I want to try one more thing where I just want that if I put any of the order IDs in here, I can get the final amount which is paid by that person. Okay. So here, in order to achieve this, I'll be asking ChatGPT that in my first column, I have orders, comma, based on that, I want to retrieve final amount, which is in, let's see which column is it in. It's in column J. How do I do it? Using VLOOKUP. Okay. If I press enter to this, let's see that here it has written down the formula and also it has explained the formula to us. Let's copy this, go back in here, and let's try to write any of the orders. Order 1000. Okay, let's start with order 1000. Let's press enter, let's write this formula, and you will see for 1000 the output over here is 20,828.52. Let's try it for 110. Okay, so here as soon as I make it 1010, for 1010, the value is not changing. Why? Because if we double tap on it, the lookup value is just the first one, but the lookup value should be at this cell. So instead of A2, I'll be providing this cell right here, and now it would be changing. What if I put anything else? Let's say 1011. So now it's changing, and you can see and compare the values as well in here, that it is 35,252 for order ID 1011. Okay, this is how you can utilize vertical lookup as well. And even if you're confused about any of the formulas that it has written for you, for example, this one was pretty big, right? So you can do what in here, you can choose this range, double quote this and ask, explain this formula to me. So that next time in such a situation, it can be really very helpful for you too as well to understand these logics and may be able to apply on your own. So here, as you can see that the sample inputs and expected outputs are given in here. It contains a percentage symbol or a fixed amount in rupees. That was our situation, that here search will search for percentage symbol in B2. It will find it, then his number will check if it's a numeric value or not. So search basically gives you index position. If a percentage symbol is there, in that case, the index value will be extracted. If not, it will give us error. So if is number is true, that means whatever value you have retrieved using search, if it is true, that means here is number will give us a true value, and then from that case we can search from the left and say that whatever is value before the percentage, extract that, and later we will be dividing it by 100 in order to find our values in terms of rupees. I hope it's clear that how we can utilize ChatGPT to improve our Excel skills, whether it comes to cleaning of data or writing a formula, standardizing a column, or even retrieving values using vertical lookups or any other formulas. It gives you answers really very clearly if your prompts are also well defined, as we have seen in the example today itself in this session. I hope it's clear that how we can utilize it, and I hope you like this session. If you liked it, do like, share, and subscribe. And for more such videos, stay tuned, guys. Thank you.